Welcome back to another episode of Mommy and Me. If you are new here, I am Brii Renee, straight from the A.
And I am the original Miss Renee, straight from the A.
Okay, you got your little ring. That's how she did it right. You know, that's our tagline now since I have to share it. But thank y'all to everybody that's been watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing to their channel, to my YouTube channel, so you never miss a Mommy and Me Monday. And shout out to everybody that's listening on audio platforms, whether it's Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, we are there as well as Channel 85. Shout out to all the 85%ers. So if you are new here or never watched a Mommy and Me episode, basically we have these unfiltered, raw conversations between myself and my mother about everything that I want to know as a daughter asking a mom, or just things that I feel like we don't talk about in our generation or in our community about, you know, parenting, or conversations that I wish we could have with parents. So I force her sometimes to have these conversations, and we speak openly and freely. And as we grow on our platform, we've been inviting guests on, and how we choose these guests are not based off like who's the most famous, got the most followers, or for clout. Like, I am genuinely interested in having real, true, authentic conversations with mothers, children, and different people who have experiences of, or real experiences of motherhood. You know, every mom has a different story, and it can just be touching or moving or inspiring to somebody else's. So I say all that to say I was in the hair salon and I met this beautiful woman, and we were just chit-chatting, child, like you do, you know, at the hair salon. And I was like, wow, your story is so, so powerful, and I would love to have you on the platform. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you all to our guest today. Give a warm Mommy and Me welcome to the beautiful and bossy Miss Charkia Cambell and her son, Daquan. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay, and her son, Daquan. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, what's going on?
So welcome to Mommy and Me. First of all, thank y'all for coming in, because y'all flew all the way from
Cleveland, Ohio.
Ohio.
How about that?
We got our
welcome. Welcome.
So really, her story just touched me on so many different levels. One of the similarities that some of your experiences have been with my mom, and just things that, you know, your son has been through that are similar to things that my mom has gone through, but also like your story into motherhood and just all the things that you've been through. So like, share a little bit of your first experience when you were, like, what age were you when you found out you were pregnant with your first child?
I was 16.
So
I was 15 and a half. 15 and a half. Wow.
Mm-hmm. What was that experience like? Like, walk me through that, because you shared a little bit in the hair salon, but I want you to tell your story.
Okay. I was sleeping a lot in class. I had the home teacher, Miss Owen. She was like, do you think you're pregnant? I'm like, absolutely not. My mom had just took me maybe a few weeks ago to get me checked. So I'm like, it's impossible for me to be pregnant. But I end up sleeping in the body way. So a friend of mine, Shanice, we end up going to Planned Parenthood, skip school. And it was like, you're pregnant. I just cried. I'm like, it's over. I'm about to kill me. Like, how did this happen? What happened? How did I get pregnant? What should be the backstory? I'll give you the reveal to how of course I got pregnant. We go, and I'm like, well, I got to get an abortion. I said, I don't know how I'm going to tell my mom. She's going to kill me. We left there. As soon as I walked through the door, mom was like, hey, I said, hey, she's like, you pregnant? How your mama not? Yeah. When I tell you a mother instinct, I'm like, no, why would you say that? And now at the parent
your mother dreamt of fish.
Oh, that's what it was. I'm not going to ask her. You know, I said I have an accident that. How did she just know?
That's all the old folks say, like, yeah, I had a dream about some fish. Somebody
pregnant in here. Well, she should have told.
Yeah.
Right. So she was like, well, you got to go through a judge. If your parent don't sign off, like all this, I'm like, that's impossible. So skip to the point. My mom was like, you know, well, who's the father? And I'm not risking my child's life to get rid of no baby. And I'm like, well, I don't want a baby. I don't want the baby. And she's like, well, who's the father? I said, well, I don't know who the father is. Well, just kind of update a little bit. I had got raped, but I didn't know it cost me a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So now my mom, they're looking like, who's the father? I'm trying to name people that I know I ain't even been with, but got to come up with a father. I didn't know how to tell my mom I had got raped.
Was that your first time being sexually?
That was my first time. My mom had just got me checked, but he didn't do too much because I wasn't even really fully broke unless the doctor didn't read.
He didn't know what he was doing.
What he was doing.
Yeah.
So
now, let me stop you right there, because I think it's important to say and to add, I don't think I've ever told my children this, but I too was raped at a very young age around that time. My nephew, I was taking him home, and we lived in apartments, and I came back across the field, and this guy stopped me, said he had a gun. He came up behind me and he took advantage of me. And of course, we had to go to Grady and get a test and kit and all those things. And I only want to bring that up, and I don't want to spend too much time on that, but to just say to anybody out there that may have experienced that, or may be going through that, or may have had that happen to them, whether you are 15 or whether you were 50, it's not your fault. I don't ever want you to go through life thinking you're the only one, that you're damaged, or that anything is wrong with you, because it's not. It's just, unfortunately, we live in a society where you've got a lot of sick individuals that have never, ever, ever gotten treatment. So I say that, and you can move on. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, you are great. You are great. So my mom said, this is our baby. I said, well, this is our baby. And it was so bad. I even went to the point to where, like, I'm taking guys down. My mom like, wait a minute, you ain't even poop. I go, well, just get us a guy. Even though I know, like, the matches is not going to come back. Because my mind is this only could have happened with this guy, which I went with to a party. Well, my boyfriend at the time, he went to his house party. So went through having been pregnant. And I was very depressed because I got kicked. I was Galena matron of Eastern Stars. Everything I was ahead of, they made me drop out of. School, they made me drop out of. I had to get a home tutor. So at this time, I'm just kind of feel like everything is making choices for me. Even I was angry with my mom for a long time.
Everything was being taken away. And
it wasn't my choice.
Yeah.
But then I got him. And
I looked at them pretty brown eyes of his.
5 days later, on top of that. So through the process.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't know you were pregnant until 5 days?
No, I was 5 months when I found out. But when my water broke, we went through complications. I lost him twice. And then they almost to keep him. They had to flight him over to another hospital and kept me at the hospital. I was at Bedford. So now I didn't get to see him for 5 days because they had to do a C-section. They named him baby boy Neal. And I got to see him the 5th day. I was able to get out the hospital and go see him for the first time. He was in an incubator for maybe almost 2 months.
Wow.
And he survived it.
Wow.
That's powerful.
And beautiful son.
Thank you.
Now I have an amazing son that I thank my mother for. And I even thank the situation of how it happened, and forgave it. To the point I have even reached out when he was little to try to get him a father because he wanted a father. So I put my hurt aside to try to complete him.
Well, 2 things you put your hurt aside on, but the first thing I want to know, like, how did you feel? Like, what was that healing journey like for you with your mom? Because, like you said, she made that decision for you. And I'm sure you had so many conflicting emotions dealing with that, and to, like you said, everything that was being taken, like, how did that look like to understand that she was doing what she felt was best for you? How did you come to that? Like, was it after you saw the baby? Was it during your pregnancy? Or it could have been when you were grown. Like, a lot of times as teenagers and growing up, you don't understand what your parents doing until much later.
Yeah. It was after I had him. And all I could do is trust my mom, no matter what. Like, I must say, I had a great mom. And she just never failed me. So I really trust the fact when she said, I got you, that's ours.
Yeah.
But I was still angry. But what it did was I turned my anger into, I'm never having kids again. I never want kids.
And you stood by that.
I stood by it. And even though my mom, she used to tell me, she said, be careful what you say. Stop saying that. So I said, I'm cool. I'm never going to have kids again. I don't want any more kids. Now I actually raise kids, but I have a husband, an amazing husband who don't have any children. And now I feel like I can't give him a child because I didn't wished it away. But the blessing of it is that I was able to give my son what he asked for.
You gave him a beautiful father.
Man and a father.
Yes.
That saved his life the third time.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
beautiful.
You see how things come full circle?
Mm-hmm.
And it takes that faith and that trust and the belief. And that's something that your mama had.
Mm-hmm.
And she knew that the day would come. She may not have known that it would be this day, but she knew a time would come where you would want to be that mother. And so that's probably why she instilled in you to stop saying those things.
Yeah.
And she was trying to, and I didn't. But now I am 40 with 1 birth and 5 amazing soon adopted.
Wow. You're going to do 5?
Yes.
Wow.
How many have you raised so far?
We have raised maybe over 20, over 26.
Yeah, a lot.
And about 30, 32, 35 through our house.
Wow. Congratulations.
That's
Hats
a
off
lot.
to you.
Yeah.
And you to be commended.
Yeah.
You know, that is wonderful.
It changed like crazy because he always wanted a brother and sister. He always wanted a brother or sister. It's like, okay, I'm going to quit my job and go back to law school, but I'll adopt 1 kid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the process, they like, well, you got to get your forester license. You got to do this. I'm like, okay, whatever it take. I did it. And
you were married at this point
No,
already?
I wasn't. I was not married at all. I didn't get married until I was 32, 33, I think. 30. I met him at 30. So at this time, I was 26.
Oh, you started being a foster mom early.
I started being early.
Okay.
I went through the process at 25 and I started at 26. So everything I didn't want a baby. I didn't want no teens. I wanted something about 8 or 7 with him. Get a brother. Okay, cool. That's out the way. I ain't got to worry about that. And I go to law school and become a lawyer and a judge. Nah, God said, baby.
Different plan.
Different plan.
How about that?
First month, they told me, they're like, we have a baby for you. But one night, I ended up with 5 foster kids in 1 month. At 26 years old, plus him.
Wow.
What was that like for you? Like all of a sudden you got 5 new kids in the house. You had to share your mama with all these people.
I mean, it was amazing. It was good. There wasn't nothing wrong with it. I was happy.
Oh, okay. Because you
was happy because
you about
you had somebody to
house.
play with.
Somebody to play with, laugh with, have good times with, help me around the house with chores with, stuff like that.
Like, let's dispose
Yeah.
of responsibilities.
That.
I'm going to tell you, this is the moment I had. I had a SUV. I had an extra large truck. And I'm driving. And I look in the rearview mirror. I was like, what the heck? I had 2 Caucasian kids, 2 and 1. I had 2 teen girls. 1 was pregnant. At the time, she had her baby.
Wow.
So when I tell you, I look and all I see like wheels on a bus. And I'm just like, what just it's your life?
And
Wow.
26.
At 26.
Like, what made you, other than him wanting siblings? Because everybody be like, all right, honey, whatever. What made you be like, all right, I'm going to actually go and adopt or be a foster mom, especially that young?
Well, I did it for the adoption. But the adoption didn't end up taking place because the kids didn't want to leave me. So I only end up now, I'm rotating the teens. I'm helping them. I'm changing their lives. It just went on a whole nother path to where now I think I just wanted away from my husband. Because when I got him is when it got even greater.
Okay.
But it just went. Like, I don't even know how to express it. I was supposed to have 1 kid with 2
And then went to
6.
5 and 6.
Wow.
Did you ever have any moment besides that bus moment where you were like, why am I doing this? Or what, did you ever doubt it or feel like I can't do this? Maybe it was a run-in with a kid, or, y'all bumping heads, or maybe a kid. Because sometimes kids that come in those situations aren't always the most grateful or appreciative or easy to deal with, and I know that I commend anybody that is raising any child that's not theirs, whether you an auntie, uncle, foster parent, whomever, because it takes a lot to raise children. So to even put yourself aside to be like, I'm going to raise somebody that's not mine and take them in as your own is a lot. So I'm saying, was there ever any point where you felt unappreciated or taken advantage of, or just
wanted to give up? Yeah, there's a lot of moments. But what kept me going through it was my son. I felt like if I couldn't get him a father, if I can just get one of these kids that can just fall in, and then I found it. So I want to give up a lot of time. It's like, this is insane. But the blessing still to be able to change their lives. And I had some very ungrateful ones. I'm talking about I'm like, nah, it's kind of like they challenging my life because of if they can make me catch a case and make me lose my own child.
Right.
So it was definitely challenging, but
what's the worst thing that ever?
Not to cut you off, but go back to the ungrateful kids. My mother was a foster parent for a little while, and she had this one kid. He was a liar, he was a thief, and he was manipulative. This is the worst kid. His name was Eddie, that I had ever encountered. He used to abuse his sister Christina. I mean, he was just horrible. And it put a bad taste in my mouth for fostering children, because he had a mother and a grandmother. They're on the outside trying to tell my mother how to raise him. And I'm thinking to myself, if you can do all of that, well, why in the hell isn't he with y'all?
Right.
Why is he in the system? And I couldn't wrap my head around that whole, my mother, she stopped fostering because of him. And I don't understand how people can allow their children to go into the system and still try to parent them from afar.
Yeah.
And those be the worst damn children for them to deal with and for the foster parent.
Well, them children, I mean, I'm not making excuses because, like I said, I commend anybody that can take on that responsibility, but it's a lot because they are broke. Like,
they broken.
They damaged.
They are damaged. And they damaged by the person supposed to love them the most.
Yeah.
So,
but damn it, I commend y'all, but
I done had kids that, I'm talking about mother that did them wrong, but they still got hope that my mom gonna love me.
Yeah.
So they do whatever it take, and they become jealous. Even in our situation, I done had some crazy ones, but I think the most heaviest, like what came to me didn't hurt me, but we had one that was obsessed with him.
Like a girl?
A 16-year-old, yeah. To where like if he spent the night in his friend's house, she'd break his games up, break his game systems. She threw grease all on the floor to try to make
like she didn't want to share him with anybody else.
Right. And it was like, wait a minute, hold up.
Like, this ain't even your child.
Hold up.
Calm down.
Or they be jealous because we, they like, man, your mom, you got a mom, we don't. But one thing I stayed loyal to was I never treated him different. Mm-hmm. So when we went out or he was with us, you couldn't tell. But, of course, but that can't be all her kids because she looked too young. But whatever he got, they got. Mm-hmm. And I didn't change his life or our life because now I got foster children.
Yeah.
People don't know when you walk out this door who you are. But it was still a jealous thing for them.
Right.
Because why you get a mom and I don't? Yeah. What did I do?
What I was about to say is they internalize it of like, why don't I deserve to be loved by my mom? Right. Or I wish somebody loved me enough to come and fight for me or feed me or show up for me every day.
Right.
Yeah.
And I still claim and talk about them the same way. Like, these are my brothers and sisters, whether they're Caucasian or not. That's my little brother and sister. We just got different dads. That's
yeah.
We all, my brothers and sisters.
I was at 35. They was talking about because I was definitely showing it.
Claim them all the same way.
Yeah.
Well, you both are to be commended for that, and all of those foster mothers out there, foster kids, and the biological kids that are embracing foster kids. And I thought about it,
Did you?
I have thought about it.
No, nice.
I look at Wednesday kids. No, I'm not like kids. I look at Wednesday kids and I say, Lord, I wish that I could, be that foster parent. But I know my lifestyle and I'm too far gone now, I think, to be a foster parent.
What you mean too far gone?
I'm much older. I don't have the patience. And
you never had the patience. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
The little bit I had, you took it all the way. So I don't have the patience now. I don't have the time to put into it. And I think like her, I think I would want kids that are a little older. And I think I probably would only want boys. I don't know
That's
if
what
I
we
can
have. We got one little cupcake. Now we got all boys.
Yeah, I don't think I can handle girls today.
Do you feel like it's the sweet spot with picking age and or like boys that are 8 or boys that are like between 9 and 11? That's the perfect age to adopt or foster.
So I'm gonna say it's not a perfect age.
Okay,
but definitely boys, hands down, is great. And I'm struggling to say that now because I have had boys and girls without a mate, but now I have boys with a mate. Boys are very simple. They not as devious as girls. Like I'm gonna tell you, once them girls get to smelling them boys coming around, they gonna do whatever it takes.
Yeah,
they don't care. You ain't my mama. I don't care what you do for me. I'm going out.
Right?
You don't let me go. I'm about to get up out of here because I'm gonna tear everything up in here.
Boys, and so then you're gonna catch a case.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna catch a case.
Yes, then you're gonna catch a case because the fact of the matter is my house, my rules, and that's the way it's gonna go. Yes,
I had one girl until she was 21. And that was my sweet. Now she listened, but she still had different things. They couldn't believe them genes are strong.
Yeah.
So it's different ways that still came, but for the most part, no problems. Boys, I love. And nowadays, these children, it ain't no certain age. You'll think I get 5-year-old is safe.
It really just depends on what they done seen or been
what they seen and been
to.
through. I had a 6-year-old. He used to tell his mama to visit, like, look, stop coming for me.
He told that to his
mama. I'm gonna tell what you've been doing these visits and that you ain't even done drinking yet, is you? Like, I'm talking about they know what they want. But
were you ever, and maybe not, I can't answer for you because, but you have a son. Were you ever afraid of what might happen inviting these children into your home with your child?
Oh, yeah.
Or like or do you feel like it's different because you have a boy? Like if you had a daughter, you might have been a little bit more cautious?
You know what? I had a bond with him. I have a bond with my son. And I always told him, listen, I'm who you tell everything to in your secrets.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think at the time I was so busy trying to please, making sure I found what he needed.
Mm-hmm.
I put that in God's hands.
Yeah.
I didn't think God had set me up for failure like that, if that makes sense.
Especially when you help.
But definitely different ways, because we have had situations where, we had the kids to try to tell them like, your mom play favoritism or, try to get them on their side. I'm like, hold up. Wait a minute.
We're not doing that.
We try to talk when I get along with them. Yeah.
Like they'd try to, we need to do this and do that. But he didn't fall for the okie doke, which was a good thing. But it wasn't no easy.
Yeah. Cause when you got like a teenage daughter, you kind of be, I know at least for me, you would be more inquisitive or guarded when it came to like, okay, you going over such and such house. She got what age brothers?
Oh yeah,
what what I'm saying?
And certain, and if I didn't know the family, certain things I wouldn't allow. Girls are just you have to have your antenna up because as a parent, you're trying to protect them.
I think that's what my age limit had came in at first, because I didn't want nobody older than him or younger than him.
Oh, you wanted it right around that same age?
I said either between 8 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Even when it came to the teen girls, it cautioned me a little bit, but it didn't cost me as much as me having, like, if he was a girl.
Right.
And I got these teen boys over.
Right.
So I think that's probably the better side for me because he was a boy.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, too. Like, I feel like you can boys, I feel like you can protect them a little bit more with the community. They don't have as many predators, I feel like.
I think it's more secret. Know. I think it's more secret.
Okay, I can't say if it's more, but
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think it's more women that is exposed in the light But man, I think they just expose as much. It's just not out there.
What do you feel like is your biggest success being a foster mom? Like, I know for a fact that I did a great job because is it the amount of kids? Is it like this one kid life who was changed? Like, what makes you feel the most fulfilled about your journey as a foster mom?
You know what I would say?
If you've never fostered another kid.
Last year on my birthday, I got a phone call from one of my foster boys. I haven't had him in years. And he said, thank you. I said, huh? He said, I want to tell you thank you. He said, now I know what you was trying to do and I apologize to you. He said, you really, really loved us. And I wish I would have seen it
earlier.
He said, but now I got it. And I'm talking about, he took me through a ringer. So to get them phone calls, and even right now, a few of the girls, they had post me like, man, this the best mom I ever had. And they grown now with kids. This was a mother to me. This was my brother. Like, I wish I can go back. So at that shows me now
that you did something
I completed
right.
my mission. And I always told them, see, you don't have to like me now. But I'll wait for my thank you
later.
That's beautiful.
So that.
Shout out to you, man, because like I said, I still ain't took that leap of raising no kids on my own till it came out of my body. So to do it with anybody in upper head, you deserve.
You'll get it.
All the flowers for
it's
that.
Definitely, that's why I feed for the journey now, because it's amazing. So now I want to go the whole way. I want to know, honestly, like I was young when I had him. I had help. Am I great as a mother? And I had to ask him that on our lunch date. When I say, am I good to you? You know, I feel like I've made a lot of mistakes to be young. You know, I didn't know, like, did I give him enough time? Did I, do the little stuff? Or did I, give the other kids too much time? And things what
was your answer to that?
I feel like she was great. Like, I ain't had the need or want for anything. She was amazing. Like, kept me out of trouble. Kept me out of bad situations, always made sure I had food, roof over my head. Like, I ain't need for anything. So I feel like that's all I needed. So that was just great of her mother to be able to keep me like in them type of great situations. I ain't had need for anything. So that's it, bro.
That's dope. I always wanted to ask a Black man who obviously has a good relationship with his mom, like, what did your mom teach you about love? Or what have you learned about love from, whether it's the way your mom loves you or the way she loves your dad?
Just really follow your heart and like,
Good question.
Just really follow your heart, be yourself, and love others and care for others, and like really just be there for you, but be there for others as well. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah.
So how do you know what qualities do you look for in women when you're dating that you might have got from your mom, or you be like, oh, my mama did this, so I don't want that. Like, my mama loud and I don't want nobody yelling at me.
Yeah.
That ain't love to me. Okay?
Yeah, no.
So,
but it got your attention.
Yeah, but like, what have you learned, or what do you look for?
A woman that treats you like a king, a go-getter, can cook, not lazy.
Okay.
Just really a grinder. Go get everything she want, and what she says she gonna do, and what she gonna get, she go get it. Like, no excuses. She go get it. She go hard for everything and make it happen.
So I showed you them skills?
Yeah.
Good job, Mom.
Good job.
You did a good job. That's good. And I think that sometimes women and moms need to hear that. That's why I be trying to ask people, y'all need, because every mom I know has had a doubt or a question. Am I doing a good job? Am I good enough? Am I doing this right? So to hear, and I try to let her know what she did right,
Oh, you mean tell me I did something right?
I let her know what she did wrong.
You don't like when I yell.
I don't like when she yells either.
She does not
the yell or the calls while I'm out, but most importantly though, she really like, even if she got a lot going on, she just really makes sure we still fed, we good. Kids got the clothes. My dad still eating 2-3 in the morning. Like, she still makes sure everything is taken care of, even when she got long days and at work all day. and helping other people in the world, she still makes sure the inside is great and everything.
So in other words, she's still that superwoman.
She's still, still a superwoman because make sure everything around is great.
She's still that superwoman. Kudos, Mom.
It's
Kudos.
been hard. It's been a journey.
Oh, yeah.
So go ahead.
And I want to also say this. I too have spent, my family, my siblings and I spent a little time in foster care. And I'm grateful for the people, the family that we ended up with, my sister and I. My brothers, they didn't quite have, the experiences that we had.
Because we have to tell this story one day.
Oh, yeah. Because my foster parents, Mr. and Mrs. Walker, they used to own a flower shop in Southwest Atlanta. And they did everything during that time frame that they had my sister and I to adopt us. And you would often hear me say, and Sabrina and them have often heard me say, they were the family that had the ability to give us everything we want, everything we could have wanted or needed as little girls. And from our perspective, they were wealthy. First time I ever saw a swimming pool was in our backyard. We lived in a very, very nice home. Back then was a very, affluent neighborhood. And so they had all the monies and the resources to give us everything. And they tried their best to adopt my sister and I. And they often went to my mom on several occasions and tried to persuade her to just sign over her parental rights, to just, go ahead and let them do it, telling her that, we'll be better off or blah, blah, blah. And my mother, being the woman that she is and was, and she couldn't compete with the lifestyle that they could afford us. But she simply said no. She says, I'm not giving up my children. I tell my kids this all the time. My mother had an opportunity to walk away from all 5 of her children and to be free, to just live her life for herself. And she chose not to. She said, no, whatever it takes for me to get my children back, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to work towards, and whatever I have to do in the system to do it. And she did it. She reunited all of us together, and she raised us. And so I tell people all the time, my mother is my hero and my shero, because she could have walked away and she chose not to. She didn't have the support. She didn't have the structure. She didn't have the family unit that she could have had to help support her raising 5 children. But at the end of the day, she says, these are mine. These are my children. And so whatever I have to do to give them the very best life that I can give them, I'm going to give it to them. And that's what she did. And so while my brother or some other folks may have had some issues with the fact that we were separated for, that period of time, I say to them, get over it.
Because she could have left you where you was. She could have left your ass right where you was,
but she fought. She went through whatever she had to do to get us back and to keep us together. And like you, she worked day and night to put a roof over it. My mother wasn't educated. She graduated from the streets. She didn't graduate from college. She didn't have a formal education, and she didn't have, a 6-figure job. The jobs that she had were jobs where she had to, clean other people's toilet and shit in hospitals and, mop floors and clean bathrooms. But guess what? She loved us enough to keep a roof over our head, food on our table, and then to instilling us, what it meant to have morals and ethics and, and so it says a lot. And everybody is not cut out to be a mother.
It's true.
And so when we find mothers like you and other people like you who give of themselves so unconditionally and so selflessness, or should I say selflessly, you're to be commended.
Mm-hmm.
And you're to be, and we want to tell you that we appreciate you. We appreciate people like you. Because they don't come about, they're just not out there. And it makes me, in some sense, I don't feel guilty, but I kind of wish that I could foster a couple. But I don't want to bring nobody.
I don't want you to mess up nobody else's children, okay? We are healing from what we've been through. And listen, sweetie, we got a journey. You got to go.
Up on you. You know.
She's amazing.
No, this way.
So, I know my limits.
Yeah.
I wish, and then
I think you're doing a great job with your grandkids right now.
Okay.
I think as your child and just seeing, where you've come and your patience and in your journey as in motherhood, I think that you are pouring into your grandkids and giving them a life or a version of you that I always wanted. So I feel like you are giving them, you're still doing that.
Okay.
Like with your grandkids.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's sit in this season a little bit with these. Yeah. No, but so after you realized that you're not, you said you didn't go to law school. I didn't
go to college.
You didn't go to college.
Dropped out of school.
Mm-hmm.
But not, having a baby because I wanted to. Now I was on survival mode.
Right. At 26 now. You got 5 kids.
5 kids.
Total
6 kids.
6 kids with
6
him.
kids.
So like, how are you making ends meet, and what are you doing now? How did it shape or shift your dreams for Charkia?
Well, the process really started from even having him. I lived in low income, and I just refused that was going to be my career.
Mm-hmm.
A high school love of mine, his mom had told me, like, you're going to have a bunch of kids. You're never going to pay real rent. You always going to stay in the projects. And all that motivated me. So everything that I was told no to, I said, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I was living at the time in low income, paying $3 a month. And this lady had pulled up in this red Escalade. She got out. She looked at, put together. I'm just like, wow, I wonder what she do. Well, so much of the truck, she was just like, I wonder what she do. So from that point, I said, you know what? I'm not pulling my Mercedes up to low income. I jumped out, got us a real house, paying $785 a month. And my mother told me, you can have what you want, you have to be able to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it. And I went in survival mode from there. So then I was able to, let me back up a little bit. At the age of 24, going through my process, I found I had lupus. I had gained weight. And as I'm going through the situation of transforming and going to who I want to be, I decided to open up a clothing store to speak confidence back into women because I lost it. And then I had like, you're so big, you got so big, stop, eating it. It wasn't that I was eating. I went from this nice shape to curvy. But one thing about it is men love me every shape, size I was. So
because you're beautiful.
I named it with thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I named it He Loved Curves. And I was like determined to show out for him, for my son. Like I was determined, like I'm not about to let rape, molestation, none of that stop me from being who I need to be. To now, I have been able to meet an amazing husband and have a 6-figure amazing clothing boutique.
I love
Wonderful.
it. And it's still called She Loves Curves.
He Loves Curves.
He loves curves. Sorry, He Loves Curves. Check it out. That's the Instagram?
Yes, He Loves Curves Boutique too.
Okay, so we're going to put it at the bottom so you can see as well. Make sure y'all following her. But that's dope. So you fully went into entrepreneurship mode.
I did. I grinded very hard.
And I don't think they called it necessarily entrepreneurship back then. I was hustling.
I was hustling.
Yeah, it was just hustling.
She was just grinding.
Yeah,
and
grinding and
a monkey
hustling.
wrenching. And that's actually good thing how I got my husband is because he came home. He was like, I need a dad. I'm like, dang, I still have fulfilling needs.
How did you find this dad and this amazing husband? Like, how did y'all meet? Like, where did that happen? And how do you even meet somebody and be like, yeah, I got 6 kids? Like, how many ever was there at the time? It was a bunch of kids. Oh, what was dating like for you then? Like, even right before you found him, like, were you open to dating or were you like, nah, I'm just raising these kids?
Actually, I wasn't looking to keep nobody because I felt like I was on a level I need to be on.
Okay.
And I'm a firm believer you attract what you are 80%. So like I'll do my want to, but I never kept nobody. I've never wanted a relationship. I just wasn't there for me. So I know everything I'm picking is the level I don't see later.
Yeah.
But I met him in a barbershop 3 nights before my grand opening. a young lady had got off the bus. She's like, oh my God, I'm in this store. It's for big girls. I said, oh my God, girl, don't use the word big up in here. Right? And we ain't even open. Like, you cannot use the word big ass fat in my store. I do not play that.
Curvy.
It's called curvy. Okay.
That's
See,
it.
I carry from all size, small to 6X.
Yeah.
She's like, dang, I got the bus. I said, well, where's you? She's like, I was going to work. I said, okay, this is my customer service. I said, I'm going to take you to work then. So I would get in the car.
Wow.
I took her to work because
Okay.
I feel, she got off the bus for me. I'm not open and you can't buy nothing. So I'm going to take her to work so she don't be late. She gets in the car and she's like, girl, I do nails. We open up to 12, 11 o'clock at night. I'm driving and I'm really zoned out. Like, I don't know from a can of paint. So I'm listening, but I'm not
Really listening.
engaging.
Yeah.
So I hear from my car, call me if you need us. So she put the car in a little dash thing. I'm, okay, cool. The night before my grand opening, an ex-friend of mine, she ended up not doing my nails and my feet. We at Cracker Park. So in Cleveland, it's like maybe 30 minutes away from where we're going to be at. I'm pissed off, but I remember the girl card. So I call, I'm like, hey, I know it's 9 o'clock at night. I am getting my attention. She's like, girl, come through.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm on my way. I get there. I'm looking a hot mess, first of all. I'm talking about a hot mess.
Why it always be like that?
Crazy. I walk into some of these guys in there. I'm pissed off. I'm arguing with her. My opening tomorrow. And I need to get my feet and my nails done. So I'm sitting in the back, actually just like this. And I'm looking down. I look up.
That's just
looking ready. I said, oh, and I don't even come for men. That's what's crazy. I don't come for men. She's like, who, him? I said, yes. She's like, oh, that's Chris. I said, hold on. Where's Chris? I said, I need him. I said, hold on. Is it anybody's husband I'm up in here?
Right.
Because I don't need no problems. She was like, no. I said, oh, yeah, that's my husband. Call him back here. She's like, that's the owner friend. So she calls the owner back there.
Not you knew immediately.
I'm telling you, it was like, Jesus, I love you, but it was Jesus too. I was like, swing on this white team. And like, okay. Oh, I definitely said it. I said, oh, yeah, this is my husband. So
speak it into existence, girl.
She comes in and the owner come back there. He said, oh, he ain't going to talk to you. I said, yes, he is. What on it? He don't talk to nobody. So I said, I'm going to call him back here.
Exclusive. He don't talk to nobody.
I said, oh, he don't talk to me.
Hey.
Look, I forgot how I looked and everything. Look, I was so in mode, I forgot. So he comes back there. He said, when you get done, I talk to you. I said, okay. So his dude like, oh, no, he only doing it because I'm a rider. Whatever, skip past. So now we go to another room and she started my nails, my back turned. And I look over my shoulder. I'm looking for her. He walking out the door with 4 guys. I said, what? It's meant to be. I'll see him again. She said, no, girl, you already said it. That's your husband. Y'all gonna be the first wedding up in here. I'm like, okay, cool. He come back. He tapped me on my shoulder. Yes. He said, so he said, girl, your phone, step outside. I come rolling outside. He like, can I ask you something? I said, yeah. He says, you looking for something different or just the fuck?
Off the rip. That's so girl. I didn't know what's
son. This is my son, but when I tell you, I am thirst. You want to say, I just want to see how, I just want to sample. I mean, we can stand in it. So, I was being a lady, so I said, something different. Right? I said, something different. So, he takes my number, he calls, and then, we talk almost every day, every night. Then he go ghost on me. I'm going to speak the story up a little bit. He go ghost on me. Talk to him for a whole month. Mm-hmm. I goes back to the shop. Now, I want to be a little nosy. Not a girl like, you don't know what's going on. So I get in there like, how you get him? I'm like, wait a minute. How I get him? I said, they said, no, he talked to you. I said, why? How y'all ain't get him? Now, he been coming here for 9 years, 2 shops. He don't talk to nobody. I'm talking about, it's a whole roll of females. Hairdressers, nail techs. I mean, they ain't been, got barbers, so you know it's women coming through here. Mm-hmm. I'm like, nobody? So now I'm like, okay.
That's commendable because to see like a handsome man that like it has a reputation of not, or being selective, you rarely see that. So
I had to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know what to do to get him.
So now he He ended up calling me out the blue. A month went past. Didn't hear from him. He like, can I come see you? I was like, yeah. You know, like, I ain't gonna worry about the butt. I mean, like, you was mad. Come to the store. So go to the store, whatever. So as we, talking, so that probably happened. I probably got some fast forward mixed up anyway. So I asked him, I said, why did you talk to me? Mm-hmm. He said, the notebook. I said, you got to be detailed. Okay, notebook, what? I said, why did you talk to me out that shop? He said, your notebook. I said, what do you mean? He said, your notebook you had. He said, any woman with a notebook in her hand at 11 o'clock at night is about her business.
Okay.
I had my planner.
And he paid attention to the details.
I had my planner because I was getting ready for tomorrow.
The next, your event.
So it was a notebook. And he put me on trial. I went through heck for that. I broke up with him, got back with him. He said, you can't break up with me. We're not together, Charkia. I said, I changed my answer. I just want to smash. Because look, I'm talking about, he didn't even know I was a foster parent at the time. He wanted to always adopt a son. I'm like, got a son, I need a daddy. He I would another mentor and, foster boys. I said, sure, I got boys. I got a house full of kids. So look, I'm lining this up. I'm like, this is crazy that alignment is like that. I'm like, you are really mine. But he made me work for about 6 months. And finally, I got him and I had my moments with him. And then he kind of felt me pulling away because I started playing. I was like, maybe I want him too bad. Maybe something wrong. Maybe I want him too much. But I got him and he said, you ready for a change? I said, look, whatever you're going to do, I'm here for it or I'm not. I'm over it.
Right.
And from that day, it's just been, that's my best friend.
How
my
about
husband.
that?
I got him.
How about that?
Shout out to that. It's Black love.
He is an amazing father to my sons, especially to my birth. I can't even equal him out, period. He's just an amazing father to all of them, an amazing husband. When I tell you, baby.
You know what I see, and I'm always bringing it back to the spiritual aspect of it. You see, when things are in divine order, they just mesh like that. You see, it took that man for you. See, that's your heaven sent. You see, because only the right man could walk into that situation
and be a man
and be the man you needed him to be. So I tell anybody out there, if you're looking, baby, just do the right thing.
Just do what you have to do.
Believe in God, and He's gonna send it. He's gonna send you what you need.
And I love how you, and along with that, you weren't looking. You were doing you.
I really wasn't.
Doing
I
your
really
work.
wasn't looking. You know what was crazy? And this is, I'm gonna be straight the truth. I was talking to a guy that was in prison just to keep time because of I was focusing on me to build us something better and greater. Mm-hmm. So a man couldn't get my attention enough to want it. But he came, and I'm talking about he changed his whole life. Ladies, listen to me. You take any advice from me today. When a man wants you, he will change his whole life for you to fit into your world. And I'm telling you that as facts. I live it. It is about to be 10 years later.
Amen.
And that is still my big daddy. Mm-hmm. And I can count on my hands. He ain't never let me down. Ever. And it just got even stronger.
As time went on.
My son is who he is now because of him. Now, I gave him life and I showed him love. But he's a man. And with his transformation of his life that he just went through, he is saved because of my husband.
Amen.
And God, it is not because of me.
Amen.
That's
Amen.
We got to get into that because you, not only does your mama had a beautiful and extensive experience with her journey, but so have you. And I want you to share a little bit about the things that you've been through in your life.
Well, like we were talking before, I really grew up good. I didn't go through anything besides my situation with my accident and me losing my leg. That was the toughest thing I really went through in my life, was just the situation. I was raised good. Everything was good. So
how old were you when you went through this accident?
20 years old.
20 years old.
I was 20. It was August 24th of 2020. 28th of 2020 when I went through the situation.
Was it an automobile accident, motorcycle?
A car accident.
Okay.
2 car accidents. It happened so on the day of it happening, I was at work that morning. I went into work at like 5 or 6 o'clock. Got off at about 2:30, and it was a friend's birthday and it was asking me to come out. I'm like, no, I already said when I was at work, I done had a long day. When I go home, I'm just going to work out and just relax. And as I'm at work, they called me like, no, come out, have fun. You don't really do anything because I really don't go out or do much. So they like, just come out, come kick it one day. It's our birthday, just come out. I said, all right. So as I get home, rushing to get home to change, it's raining. See my pops in the driveway. He like, where you going? I'm like, I'm just about to get ready real quick, go out for their birthday. I'll be right back. He said, you just chill, man. You had like an 8-10 hour shift. You should just chill. I'm like, Pops, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to be quick. So we go to the mall for a second. We was in there for a minute, maybe looking for some things, left the mall. And that's when I'm like leaving out the mall. I'm like, I'm about to go home. I'm tired. I ain't about to go out. I'm about to go home. Turn back around. I was like, all right, I'll get on the freeway. I'll go with y'all.
Wow.
Got on that freeway. It was raining real bad. I'm speeding up a little bit and try to slow it down. Then my brake kind of locked on me. And then that's when my car had spent out. And hydroplane. Crashed. And then that was my first accident. So when the accident happened, I closed my eyes. It was like, I'm gone. It's over with. So as I opened my eyes, I'm like, I'm out the car. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good.
He called me.
I called my dad, my mother. I'm like, Ma, I'm on the freeway. I'm okay. I'm all right. This is where I'm at. If you can get here as fast as possible. She's like, all right, I'm on my way. I'll be there. So I had another great friend. His name was Jamal. And he pulled up on the side and came over there and helped me and was right there. Let me use the phone until the ambulance and help can get there. So he go back to me like, I'm about to run to my car real sec for a minute. Give me a minute. I said, all right, I'm just sitting right there waiting, breathing, just sitting there. And I hear, watch out. Look over, another car comes spent and hit me physically. I flew in the air, flipped, went in the grass. They yell, your leg. I'm like, what? Look down. This leg was twirled like this, hanging off. And they was on the other side in the car. And I seen the car that they was in for me to get in. So they helped me and I got myself up off that leg. Everybody like, no, stay there, sit there, help is coming. Relax. I'm like, no.
Your adrenaline.
Let's go. My adrenaline. I'm like, let's go. I'm losing so much blood. I still got this leg. So I got this leg, got up, dragged it to the car and they helped me get in. And that's when they drove and got me there. And
he stayed calm the whole time.
I said, everybody, they all screaming and yelling. I'm like, just relax, be calm. Relax, give me a bottle of water, roll the window down, relax, everything is okay, relax.
Everybody else screaming his blood.
I'm like, everywhere. I'm going through it, y'all relax.
It's amazing how the adrenaline kicks in like that.
Yeah, and then I'm glad I got myself there because the doctor said me losing so much blood, I wouldn't still been here if I didn't get myself to heal, if I was just sat in that grass and just let everybody
on the
just
ambulance.
sat there.
Yeah.
And we got there and you know what's crazy? I was there and he was like, hey, Mom, but he went straight to him. He looked at me like that. I survived because of you. I did what you told me. I stayed calm. So he's like, y'all, this is my superhero.
Yeah.
At that point, he started to cry of like, what just happened?
Mm-hmm.
And that moment for me was, there's nothing I can do for him. Like it wasn't me that he needed.
She came in, I'm like, I'm yelling, I'm telling the doctors like, it was him, it's him. Like,
yeah, he completely
the reason.
blocked
I'm like,
me
Dad,
out.
I did it. I was calm. I got.
This is my baby. Yeah,
I'm like, I ain't
man.
not give my mom not giving her I'm trying to give her the
Credit.
Yeah, but I'm like, it was him. I'm like, Dad, I did it. He just started crying and moving back, going back. I'm like, I was calm, Dad. Still yelling, cussing him. I'm going crazy because so much blood going up. I'm like, it was him.
You ain't even worried about your leg.
I just my dad.
All he knows, he was still breathing. He was talking. So at that point, I think he was like okay with that. And we did 60 days.
I did 3 months, 47 surgeries.
God,
47 surgeries.
Wow.
All of them on your leg?
Just on my leg, and then they cut my stomach and they cut this out on this leg to try to save
veins, skin. They took veins out the right leg, skin grafts off the right leg, his stomach. It was to a point like we was going through so much, and I'm trying to be strong. I was going through so much. I'm just like, okay, look. Then they're like, look, you let us go through his back. I said, listen, stop. I said, we done.
It's almost as if they was experimenting.
Ain't none of that.
They were trying to save the leg that was
they
there.
could not save.
And they were like, let's pull veins, let's pull skin, let's pull everything from other parts of your body to maybe put here so it can rejuvenate and
But he still wasn't working.
Okay.
So it still wasn't working. So now she's like, now the doctor had the first doctor told us, they're like, we're not going to, his leg going to have to go.
The first doctor said
The
that.
very first hospital, he said that.
Okay.
When we got to university, it's like,
but don't nobody want to hear that.
I guess
at
they
the
want
first.
to experience, let me just see what we can do, experience.
Right. But did you really want to hear that though? I don't think I want to hear the worst case scenario.
Didn't.
I want to know that you tried 47 times.
And you did. But for me, I was scared because my son ain't never been sick or never been through no surgery. They're like, I don't know what he allergic to. I don't know what he could react to.
Right.
They doing 3 surgeries, 4 surgeries in a week, 10-hour surgeries. So my mind is like, they asked me, well, do you know? I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
We ain't never been in no situation like this.
So to me, once we got to the end, I'm like, you mean to tell me now we get here? Now God asked me, God tell me that this is an option? So I think I know at that point, now I have to convince, I got to tell, he been laying with this leg for months now. Moving it, now I got to tell him.
Wait, so in this 3 months, the 47 surgeries, did you have any feeling or anything in that leg? Were you seeing any improvements? Did you, what were you thinking?
You talk about when the accident happened with the...
Before they cut it.
Like before you went through the last surgery, went right before they were discussing going through your, taking the skin off your back and doing the surgery on your back, right before your mom said, no, we not doing no more surgeries. What were you thinking? Were you already feeling like, all right, man, at some point I might have to let this leg go, or I got hope, I know my leg, or I can feel it a little bit, or what were you thinking in that in between time?
I mean, I had some little hope in the beginning, me praying and actually going in there talking with God and thinking he can help and heal it. But then at some point, I was just ready to get home and feel like it was going to just make me stronger. And it came with the idea of the reason why, to bring it up, the clothing brand I have called Motivate for Life, I looked at it like I can motivate others. And that's how I looked at it. So I'm like, let's do it.
But they didn't give us that option to after the 40 of surgery.
The option of amputating.
Yes. So that's what my issue was. Y'all waited all this time, 40 surgeries to now say, well, we could just take it off.
Right. You at least let me know. Let me know we can try 50 surgeries, or we could just take a shorter route of amputating.
They didn't give us that option at first. They didn't give us until after they had failed multiple times.
Yeah, I was mostly tired of say, this week's surgery, great, it's good, everything's looking good.
Yep.
Next week, I don't think we're going to be able to do any more, man. It was just always a switch up every other week. So
the up and down of it.
Yeah, so finally at the end, even when they said, I'm like, just come on.
Just do it. You're tired of the emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
And he had lost so much weight. He was on his back straight. Not getting up. He couldn't do nothing. And then we went through they was like, well, we keep the leg. It could cause him the bad affection, go through his body. Either become, a vegetable, or it could kill him. So I'm like, well, all this time y'all got me saving. What if it go through him now?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we trying to wait?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get my baby out of here.
Can we forget? Then we couldn't go see him for 20 days through COVID.
Oh, wow.
For 20 days.
This happened in 2020.
2020.
Yeah, that was bad.
Now, I'm in a process of, it's only one visitor a day, period. You go for a minute, you can't go back. So I'm now, for me, this is when things got tough, because now my store, all the hard work I done put, my brand is reaching, is going high. So I got to go to the hospital with him, but I'm leaving him. I'll be back. I got to still go open up. And I got to smile in their face and be happy, because I feel like at the time I was saving both my babies. And I know people are like, well, that's your son. I would have just said, forget all that. I said, in my mind, the way I think.
You needed that brand.
You know how much my husband put on the line? My son has sacrificed for me to build this. And now I suppose just let it go, because I have to, God kept him here.
Yeah.
Once he was alive and he ain't cry for me, I got to balance both these to save him.
Mm-hmm.
I got no choice.
Mm-hmm.
So they say, hey, let's do this 48th surgery of taking the skin or taking it out of his back. You absolutely not.
Wasn't gonna happen.
Let's
And I
Did they
told him,
tell you they got the option of amputating the leg?
yes.
So how do you have, because I'm sure they told you first.
He told me first. And I had to tell him, I said, listen, we got to make a decision. And it's hard decision to make, but we're gonna make it. We got to take your left leg. They got to take it off. He's like, well, what? I was like, what? I said, listen to me. You got this. You don't need it. I'm pumping myself up to stay strong for him because I got to convince him, athlete, that we got to take your left leg and you're going to be good. So what? Let me have it. And he's 20 years old. He looked at me. He was like, what? I said, it's got to go. Okay.
And that was just a life-changing moment for me.
He like,
'cause
let's go.
I just never did anything wrong in my life. So I was understanding trying to figure out, that's when my depression came in, how I was able to, why did I have to go through that or had to deal with this? And I never did anything wrong in my life. I was always on the right path. So I didn't understand why I had to go through this. That's why I was shocked to hear that I had to go through this.
And I had to tell him that God have to make examples out of angels. I said, you a special picked angel.
Yes.
So now he got to get through people through you so he could see. It's not about the bad of how you bless people. You can be amazing. You got to be a blessing another way.
Yeah. You know, I can relate to that so much because I'm dealing with some personal issues right now that I can't really talk about. And the day is going to come when I can say, you remember when I told you that I was dealing with something? I've asked that same question, God, you know.
I think we all have. I
It's
felt like that at
God,
times too.
I've lived right. I haven't mistreated people. I've been a good steward. I've done the right things in life. I've done all the things that I think I'm supposed to do or should have been doing. Why is this happening to me? Why is it that you allow this crazy situation to come to me? What did I do? You know, why am I being, put through this? And it's easy to get into a depression behind that. It's easy to fall, become the victim in that. But it takes a hell of a lot of courage to stand up and say, you know what? God hasn't left me. He hasn't forsaken me. But what he's done is, number one, he's allowing me, my relationship to him, to increase. He's showing me that he's going to carry me through this. And then he's using me to show others that no matter what it is that I'm faced with, no matter how gloom and doom it may look, or no matter how, what you're going through, he has a master plan. And that master plan, a lot of times, is not necessarily all about you.
The people that you'll touch.
It's about the people and the lives and the things that you'll be able to share with others that will lead them to him. That's a lot to have to carry, especially at the
20.
age.
I was about to say
especially at the age of 20. God never makes a mistake. He never makes a mistake.
That's triggering.
And so no matter what it is, let me tell you something. When you walked in the door, I didn't see your leg. I saw a good looking brother, a nice, handsome brother. And I think someday you will make some woman a hell of a husband. And so whatever God leads you to do as a result of that, know you're protected, baby. Know that you are covered, because I have to often remind myself of that. I have to remind myself that, Shalitha, no matter what it is that I'm going through, God got me. I'm covered. No matter how, there are days when some days I may not even want to get out of the bed, but I have to remind myself that I'll be able to tell my story. And God got me. He has me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And it's hard though, because like when you're going through all of those tough emotions and you're sitting there asking yourself,
Why me?
Why me? Why this? Are like, even when you, sometimes I still get triggered. Like when you say God don't make mistakes, because I be feeling like, you sure this is supposed to happen, God? Like, how, why, how this way, you know?
I felt, for a while, I felt like it was because of me it happened. Because of, they say that you lose something to get something. I'm like, at all the times, and now I'm growing. It's like I feel like I had to sacrifice to get where I wanted to go, because of it's going good. But now, the closest thing to me, that my heart, my world, boom. I'm like, I did. What did he do? Like, what? So all I could think of was that you want a success, you want this life. Well, now you got to give me something for it. So I
That's
felt
not
like,
fair to you though.
but that's how I felt.
Yeah.
Because of, why would it happen? Like I couldn't find out what else would have happened. Out of all times, you making me make a choice, either be here 8 hours a day or be here.
I think that when we worry ourselves and beat our heads up, like trying to figure out the why in the moment, but like you said, I don't think the why will be revealed until much later.
Absolutely.
Like when the people that you touch later, it's going to be somebody that be like, because of you, I didn't give up on me. Mm-hmm. Because I seen you create a whole new life for yourself. When this happened to me, I knew I could. Right. Or, even just the message, like you just don't ever know the why in that moment. I think it might take years, and we just have to give ourselves grace and patience until we get to that answer. And sometimes we might not even be able to see it
right then. I mean, because I can reflect on things in my life that I've come now to say, okay, God,
that's how you connected that dot.
Now I see why you allowed that to happen, and thank you.
And that's like, okay, what? So my husband, maybe 3 years, 2, 3 years before the accident, he came with the name Motivated for Life. And I do these fast shows, but we're like, no, it ain't time to use. It's not time. And my son modeled, but we never brought the brand out, period. The day that he went to surgery for his last day of his amputation, I said, Daquan, we got to make a video. I said, I know this hard to do right now. I said, but I'm telling you, we're going to do this for a reason. We got to do this. He was like, we got to. So he did it. He was like, all right, y'all, it's about to be a new life, new journey. I'll show y'all how to stay motivated.
And that would tie together the name of Motivated for Life.
That's what this was for. The guys who hit him, no insurance, no nothing.
That's crazy.
He didn't get anything. So now we pushing him into, I instantly, I'm a hustler, business more of like, he said, Motivated for Life. I said, that's what the name for. It's for him. God put him in a purpose to see why you got to stay motivated for life. So I'm thinking, I'm just kind of pulling all the puzzles together. Like this is what it's for. And the way his recovery journey was amazing. And then that's how we got to Motivated for Life. But as you say, is when it's already set up. It was set 2, 3 years before it happened. It happened. Now he living it.
Divine order. And sometimes we can't see his divine order. We have to go through things. And once we get to the other side, we can say, and that's when it's incumbent upon us to give God the glory. You see, he wants to take all the honor and the glory and the praise for the things that he does for us. And we don't have a testimony until we got a test.
No, you do. It's a man with 2 legs. It ain't nothing.
Okay, that's sorry.
That's it.
So you go through the last surgery. You make that video. You go through the last surgery. You come out of surgery. At that time, you still preparing, working on your fashion show.
Boutique.
Your boutique. And you had a fashion show coming up.
I did.
How many days from the surgery to the fashion show was it left?
Let's see. He had surgery October.
Like a month or two.
No, I know.
Or March.
You had surgery in October. So the fashion was in March. That like 4 months later?
March.
Is it 4 months?
Mm-hmm.
March.
About 4 months
5
later?
months later.
Yeah,
November,
about 4.5,
December,
5
January.
months. Yep. So in that time, now you like, I gotta learn a whole new life. What, I guess, for you, what was like the first thing you feel like you had to do to even be motivated or get motivated? Is it like I had to come to terms with the fact that this is my new life? Or did you have to get angry first? Did you have to let out rage? Like what you feel like was the very beginning other than the surgery?
Just me really accepting it. Just accepting it and like, yeah, not being angry at everyone all the time or mad what I'm going through, trying to bring others down with me because what I was going through.
How long did that take though?
Took about a month or two to actually accept it. Took about a while to accept it.
I think it took longer than that. Well, yeah.
He didn't say it wasn't
you
a
gotta-
month and a half.
You got to ask him what got him to
My
this
father, yeah, it
process.
didn't take that long to accept it.
What do you feel like helped you accept in that month? Like, what did you have? Like, what do that look like for somebody who say it's somebody that go out there and experience this tomorrow and they wake up and it's a limb amputated? Like, what did you tell yourself?
I mean, my pops always instilled in me, you still breathing, you still here, you still can move, you know? You ain't disabled to where you can't do anything. You can still do things. You can still move and get around. So
Getting you out that pity.
The third day.
So daddy over there, y'all can't hear him, but daddy over there said, listen, this the plan. You gonna keep doing your fashion, okay? You need to know that you can still do stuff. We're gonna find you a physical therapist. We're gonna get you in there. You can still breathe. You can still move. And we're gonna get to learning how to do
The
it.
hospital gave us a therapist.
Okay.
He came home with a therapist. He came out twice.
Shout out their leadership. That's
He
the real-
actually, when he came the second time, a husband was here and he gave him, she said, I didn't even lay on his back and do these things. He looked at the paper. He said, thank you, but I don't need you no more. This can't save my son. He fired him. He said, don't come back here. He said, I got this. Is you done? Because I was doing his pick line. Like, you done with him? I said, yeah, I'm done with him. He said, I got it from here. And they went hard in the gym. He said, look, you got this. You alive. It's time to go time.
it took me a little while to get back in there though, 'cause my pops was when I got home. I just got home. So I was like, let me try to follow the little therapy
He was.
extra out there was giving me. Because I'm like, I know Pop's going to go hard on me. Because before the accident, he was going hard on me. So I'm like, he about to go even harder on me. So I was trying to run away from it. But
And
he
in
got
3
me. It was like,
months,
yeah.
in 4 months,
Yeah, he got on. Yeah.
he went from weighing 155 to 203. No, yeah.
No, I was thinking littler than that. Like
You done maybe
130. So
190, yeah.
I was small.
He was real small.
real
But
small.
he got up. Yeah, so we was determined. I was determined. So now we get to the point, he getting built up, he working out, and we get to go to just practice on an amputate, get him walking. That's going to take me about a year, 6 months to a year.
They projected it would take him a year to learn how to walk with the new leg. You were determined to get him to walk in the fashion show.
I was determined.
She telling them like, how long?
Yeah,
You
like,
sure we can't speed it? Can't be something better leg or something that can speed it up, something.
I said, listen, he's walking. They're like, ma'am, I know, I hear what you're saying, but it don't go like that. I said, it does go like that. I said, listen, I don't need you to tell me what he can't do, what he cannot do. See, I got faith from God, my husband. Long as I got him, he walking.
mm-hmm.
So they're like, okay, but it's not going to happen. They had doubt and was 3 nurses. So then now we come to March. And I said, okay, have we ordered the leg? They was like, ma'am, we haven't even ordered the leg yet. That's not the process. I said, I need to know the process. She said, well, I'm trying to tell you. I said, order the leg. She said, ma'am, even if we do this, you know, you're 2 weeks away. I know you're trying to meet your deadline. You're 2 weeks away. Assurance doesn't work like that. I said, ma'am, you need to tell me how much the leg costs. She said, it costs. She said, listen, I said, listen, I need you to tell me how much leg you want, cash, credit card. I talked to my husband. I said, listen, what do you need to get this leg here?
Mm-hmm.
She said, it's still not guaranteed. I said, I don't need your guarantee. God already told me that. I need you
to order the leg. Show me where to order and do they got them on Amazon?
Listen, what do you want me to know?
Right.
You know, so I'm at the point, I'm like, my mind is really, and I'm being so super strong because of, I think for me with him, I still had an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
I know what's happening, but because I'm moving, I'm not
accepting
that it's happened. I ain't had the time to just to go into pity about it.
Mm-hmm.
The show was March 21st. March 19th. I called her. I said, is the leg here? She said, we don't even know what happened, but the leg is here.
Oh, March 19th.
March 19th on a Friday.
It was right
2 days before the fashion show.
He never even walked in his leg.
Walked or tried it on yet.
They was like, we don't know what you're calling. I said, baby, I got God.
That's it.
I need the leg.
And he was able to take his first walk. I want to share with everybody that had prayed. You know, people, they say stuff on Instagram, but it is like not a follow-up to me when you put social media in your business.
When people like, oh, we pray, we send them prayers.
And it's like, you know, well, now what happened? Like, did they survive? Did they not? Did they get found? So I want to make sure that I gave them that. And they walked. He took one walk around and
2 days later, March 21st, at the fashion show.
How about that?
And you ain't stopped walking?
On the side of his
I feel great. I got it over with.
You said
what? It was
what?
amazing. I got it over with. Yep. I walked. I got it done.
Yep.
He did it. And for me, that is, I'll always rather buy a leg than a casket.
Mm.
Amen.
And he finally told me, he said, Mom, stop crying for me. He said, stop crying. He's like, I accept this. I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. I got it. Now I know waiting for a man, sacrificing was worth it. Because I gave him the right father that he needed. And he only survived because of him. So now I can take my hat on my cape as a supermom because out of all the choices, I picked him good.
Amen.
I picked him good.
You did the damn thing, girl. You did the damn thing.
Everyone always say boy need a man in their life. I look at it now, being with him, you need the right man in your life.
Amen. Amen. Because your mama could have picked a knucklehead and y'all be battling for
Yeah, you can show me the little bit, take trash out or do something little, but can't teach me how to be a man or show me how he did.
And pick yourself back up, you know, because life happens to all of us and we all go through things that you have no control over, no say so. Like we said, the why me and just how to rebuild and recoup from something like that. That's what really, those are the life skills. Like you said, it might take trash out.
You didn't make it do that.
It might open the door. But can you teach me how to pick myself up when I'm feeling at my lowest? Can you teach me how to love myself when I gotta relearn that? Especially at an age when you don't even know it yet.
And and now we was going through that. So we are buried.
Wait, he said, because they can't hear it, his father said he lost his entire family, your entire family on your
just
side.
Lost his mom in May. Then we had lost Granny in July. Then this happened August 28th.
Wow.
He had lost his father a year before that.
Wow. Jesus, that's a lot. And so you trying to help rebuild him.
So he's still holding and motivating us, trying to keep us going, but still got his own going on that no one knows about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby,
we need more good men like that.
When it's in divine order, when God sends you your mate, baby, that one is
your
for
person
you.
Is for you.
That's for you.
And I tell him to this dad, I says, you know what? We was putting each other's lives to save each other. We each other's superhero. I saved him another way. and you saved me in another way.
That's it. That's it. That's
so
beautiful.
it's just I'm balanced. I'm now, I could say I'm at peace because of this. No,
That's all right. We keeping it real and 100 here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be trying not to be emotional. It's like, yeah, it's crazy.
you know, they say when babies is born, you count their fingers and their toes. I never got that choice. So now you're telling me to take away. I only had to count 5. And I couldn't cry yet because I had to be so strong for him to believe in me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you tell your child, so what? Who need a leg? You don't need that. And you walk away with 2. So how do I convince him
And he can do it. Still.
and cry and get him to believe?
But look at him now. Look
He's
at you now.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely an amazing piece of art. And I say, hey, baby, guess what? Every time is a charm. You're not going nowhere. I said, so you might as well pull this thing together
Mm-hmm.
because God has kept you for so many reasons.
Yeah.
He has kept you. You got to show up.
That's it.
You got to show up.
What do you feel like is the biggest lesson you learned from your dad, even through that experience? I want to know but what you learned from your dad and what you learned about yourself through that experience.
Which one first? From my dad or
your dad?
mostly just being that strong man, that discipline, and really keeping your word, being a man of your word, and staying true to yourself, and keep going no matter what, and just be positive about everything. Don't show everyone don't show the negative or show, being angry all the time or being down about it so much. Just know that you still got your life and you're still able to keep going and being focused majority. So, yeah.
And what you learn about yourself going through that experience?
It's really slowing down, taking my time and not rushing everything, and do what I need to do in life and not just be moving so fast or just in a rush a lot. So, and really loving me and putting me first majority. So, yeah.
When you say moving in a rush, do you feel like that as far as like rushing your healing process, or do you feel like that day when the accident happened, you was in a rush?
Yeah, I was in a rush. I'm always on the go. I was in a rush. When he told me, stay home, chill, relax, don't be on the go so much, and I still was.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so just slow down and take my
And
time.
you had that gut feeling too. So like maybe from what I learned from your story, just hearing it, it's like listen to yourself.
First decision.
That voice in the inside, and it's no regrets because like you said, life it happens for us to learn different things and to grow from it and to motivate all these people. But I know so many times in my life I done had a voice or somebody else or somebody say something and then you kind of ignore it and push it to the side. And it's like every time that I have done that, it has been, I have regretted it.
That first choice, that instant is the right.
And listen to your parents. Listen to them. That is another thing I can say. Listen to your parents. Listen to them.
That's what's up, man. Y'all's story is beautiful.
Thanks. I just, don't give up. It's just life.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you make it. You can either use your situations for pity or you can use them to make you stronger. So I always say, you don't cry till the ribbon is cut. Because if you cry going through the process, you're going to go through bumps. You cry, you get to emotion that you're not, and it stops you from going over.
Yeah.
But if you make it over and you cut the bow, now you can cry because you actually made it. You have a reason to cry.
Mm-hmm.
It's no need to worry about slowing down now. So cry when the ribbon get cut.
How about this?
So now you have the brand Motivated for Life.
Mm-hmm.
And you use your life mission or your life story to motivate others.
Yes.
Where you want the brand to go, or like, first of all, tell them about the brand, where they can find it.
The brand you can find in stores in Cleveland, Ohio that's where we're located my mother's store right now. And he loves curves, where you can find it. My Instagram is shop motivated for life. So, you can find it, look for it on there.
Okay. And tell them your brand again.
He Love Curves Boutique too. And we're still building it because he kind of got through into the brand. Like he wasn't a front eye. Like he's never been a front line. So we working on it good and trying to get where we need to go to save other people. And say why you stay motivated, do it because he not the first person that been through this, or going through it.
Okay.
There's plenty of people in a worse situation. I had a situation today as I was driving to get me something to eat. And it's a guy, he's on the main street over here on Camp, I don't know what the road called.
Camp Creek or Campbellton?
Camp Creek, yes. And he's on crunches with one leg as well. And people just riding past him. And he just, asks for money. It's like he was just out there yesterday. He out here again today. So it's like, really be grateful and I'm thankful.
You like, it could always be worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure. BJ, what minute? How long we at?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, we've been talking for a minute. Y'all good? We've been at an hour 20. So we are going to wrap it up. So at the end of each of our shows, we do a for the record.
Okay.
So if you have anything you want to set the record straight about, it could be something a hater said. It could be something that's been on your mind. It could be something you want to let anybody know. Anything we do, it could be about this conversation. Like, for the record, I just want to add this or whatever. But we share for the records. Anybody got any for the records?
I guess to go first.
For the record, it's my first podcast.
Yeah. Well, I hope it was like,
great. It was good.
good.
Thanks for having me,
Yeah.
Great.
We almost, for the record, I almost cried like at 3 minutes in. I was like, from the beginning of her story to you telling that, because you never have shared that. Like, I think we spoke a little bit about, you told me at some point you had been sexually assaulted, but you never like shared details. And for the record, I think that even though it's kind of hard to say, and I'm not a parent, so I can't tell you when this time might be, but I think as a Black daughter, I think that, and being also someone that has been sexually assaulted, I feel like maybe prevention starts with us telling our stories more. I'm not faulting you or saying you should have told me anything before you were ready or whenever you shared. But it just is, now that I'm grown and I speak to so many, we're 3 Black women here that have this same experience to a certain degree. Mm-hmm. And there's so many other young girls and women that we might could save.
I don't know if the correct word is save, because that would imply that we need to do something. Mm-hmm. That would imply that we can control or have some control over that aspect of it.
No,
I
but
would
don't
say
you think
that what we can do is tell our story more to enlighten them, but I don't think telling our story is going to stop this pervert from walking up behind a kid, in a baseball field and put a gun to her and, and take her in the field and do what he does to her. So I don't know if that's the right word, but I think if telling our story allows somebody to heal and allow somebody to get out of that their minds and that shame, to say that something's wrong with you, or you did something to bring that on yourself, or you deserve it, then I don't mind it being used to that extent.
Mm-hmm. I just think there could be something more there. Like, you hear this statistic, 1 in 4 women, or you hear, but you don't really know what to do with that. Like you said, as someone who has gone through it and held it in and didn't tell nobody, I did blame myself. And maybe had I known that other people,
I felt like they can't move forward because of it. I'm scared to.
You gotta keep careful.
So maybe that becomes part of our platform, is to let women know young girls know that it's okay. Although we know that it's not right, it shouldn't have happened. You're not to blame for it happening, but letting them see, hey, it doesn't define who you are. It will not hold you back from becoming that, whatever you choose to become. She went on to live her dream and to become a entrepreneur and for her fashion boutique. My dream was always to become an attorney, a lawyer. And so I fulfilled that dream. So yes, in that extent, I wouldn't mind telling, and I would go travel the world to make sure that anybody that listens to me know that as a young Black woman, as a woman, period, yeah, because African-American women are not only ones that are being molested. Mm-hmm. You can still move on beyond that.
Yeah. Agreed. Do either of y'all have for the records?
For the record, I can cry now.
That's strength. It's strength in
That's
that.
for record. Like I'm now okay with crying.
You deserve it.
Absolutely.
That's
Because crying doesn't make you weak.
Mm-hmm.
It just allows you to release.
I'm learning that now.
It allows you to release,
Mm-hmm.
And when you get it out, you feel better about it, For the record, I've got a lot of stories to tell. And I hope that, when I do share the story, it allows somebody else to heal. Because, we're just vessels, We're here on this earth to just, show others, allow others to see things in us. So, and at some point, hopefully it would allow the world to just become a better place, so I just think that we're all vessels.
Yeah.
And God pours in us for us to pour out and to others.
Yeah. Okay. And we also do, I want to know. So usually since it's us two, we have to ask each other something that we want to know that maybe we've always wanted to know. And you have to answer honestly if you're going to answer.
Okay.
But since you guys are here, you can ask your mom something you want to know. You can ask us something that you want to know. And it doesn't have to be like, again, nothing is off limit.
You go first.
And you can ask us or your son something you want to know.
Mm.
All right, Daquan, what's your I want to know?
I want to know how you do it. How you hold, the house with the kids, husband, and the business. How you hold that up?
Whew. God, baby.
It's like the Lord. A wing and a prayer.
Oh, God. But I would say when you have something to live for,
Mm-hmm.
make you want to live for it.
Mm-hmm.
So to hold up a household that keeps you covered, to hold up a husband that covers me, and do what I do as my passion, I do it even when I'm tired. Because it's work.
Yeah.
That ties into something I tell people all the time. I was responding to a comment. Someone commented on one of our recent podcasts, and she said that I'm 40 years old, married with 2 kids, and I have a job, but I feel so unfulfilled.
She was 40 years old, married with 2 kids, and she had a job.
She has a job, and she feels so unfulfilled. And I responded back to her, what I need you to do is to think about something that you love, something you enjoy, something you're passionate about, something you like, something you can envision yourself doing for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. Let's figure what that is. Let's figure out what that is. And then when we figure out what that is, then we're going to figure out how to get you to that point.
Right.
Because that goes to what you were saying. When you got a passion for something that you love, something that you do, you could do it for free. for the rest of your life, it's not words. It's fulfilling that dream, that passion. And guess what? Goes back to what I've always told you. Don't ever chase the money.
Mm-hmm.
The money will come.
Chase the universe, not the bag.
That's it. Chase your passion, baby. Chase your dream. The money will come.
Yeah.
And so that's a testament to something I've been saying all of your life, and I'll continue to say. And it's a testament to me and what I've lived my life. I do what I feel, what I'm passionate about, and I'll let the money come. And it ain't always gonna come now. Trust me now. It's gonna be. I can testify to that. There's some struggles in that. You know, it's not like the money's just gonna blow out of the sky. There gonna be some and it go. That's it. It comes and it goes a lot quicker than it comes. But I wouldn't give it up for the world.
So I would say to finish. I got a strong partner. I'm only as great because I have a strong back.
That's it.
And that's because of your dad, and that's the truth.
All right, black man, y'all need to be listening.
I'm telling you,
he y'all to be this.
If I could get him in the light to just showcase, if y'all,
They should have brought him on.
I tell people sometimes describing him, they be like, "Okay, you for real? Is you?" Yes, like if we had a camera to know and see how he moves, I would right now. I will pay any number, whatever I got to do. Show me that I could outwork my husband. I'm telling you.
She like, hey, do it, baby.
Listen.
I want to know.
So the next, we're going to make sure that we, on one of our podcasts, we get this good looking brother, this fine brother, this handsome husband of yours on it. I assure you.
It needs to be seen.
Yeah.
I assure you. Because that in itself, I hope, will motivate some young black men out there to know that, and motivate some young black women out there to know that your partner, your man ain't always got to be a basketball player, ain't always got to be, a famous football player. They can be a hard-working brother who has a mind on his, a head on his shoulder, and has a sense of value, love, respect, and honor, and can be the man you need him to be.
That's the most important, because that's what's going to get you through these real life situations.
Baby.
That's what got you through raising all these foster kids and raising your son and your son rebuilding his life and everything. It wasn't the glitz and the glam. And like you said, he this tall or this, whatever. It don't matter. All of that extra stuff.
No money. No money.
It don't even
just
matter.
Free. No money. Ain't got to put no money to nobody to show you the right thing. Just everything free. They teach you to be a great man. They ain't got to put no money in your face or nothing like that. No.
That's it.
That's integrity. I want to know, what is your formula for you? So like he said, when you juggling everything, like what do you know you need every day, or whether it's on a consistent basis, whether it's flying down here to get your hair done, like what's your formula? What's your listen, this what make me feel good. This what make me feel full. This how I like my self-care. What's your formula for that?
Right, keep up with us and still fly to get your hair done. That's a lot.
What make you feel good? What are the things that fill your cup?
The pleasure of them being happy. Like God has answered. So for me, my pleasure is God gave me everything I wanted and everything I needed. I came from nothing to something. And my pleasure was I beat the odds. So I'm simple though. And I like food. Hair, cars.
Amen.
I'm a car fanatic, but
what's your dream car?
Hey, that was a G-Wagon, so I got it.
Okay, all right. Just bought one.
But
okay.
I love cars. I was little, but my fulfillment is, that I wake up and I get to really do what
it is you like doing.
But I manifest in my life.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
August 24th, Virgo.
Okay. My ace boon coon was a Virgo. Mm-hmm. My ride or die, my brother was a Virgo.
What's your sign?
I'm a Sag. I'm a Sag.
You're fire.
Aries.
Okay.
He's an Aries.
I'm an Aries too.
Okay.
When's your birthday?
So that's
It's the
fine.
9th.
Okay, I'm the 4.
Okay.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
that fire too. We don't really quit.
Yeah.
We don't. We get down, but we don't stay there.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
have his moment.
Mhm.
But I just might as well say, just living. I really live the world of, you only get one life.
Amen. Amen.
And you done about that. Whatever you say I can't do, I'm about to do it.
Let me
you.
watch me.
That's it.
But my husband gets on, he be like, babe, just take it in what you just did. Like, nope.
Gotta
Got
keep
to get
going.
I think about, y'all watch Love and Basketball, right?
Mhm.
No.
You never seen Love and Basketball?
Yes, you have. Love and Basketball, the movie.
Oh, yeah. The movie.
Okay, the movie.
No.
Okay, so you're
I got Love and Hip Hop. I thought
We're not talking about Love and Hip Hop.
reality show. No.
When she went and she took that shot, that heck of a shot, and she stood there with it.
And not
But
no
in the process,
celebrating.
she missed another one. So for me, I feel like I don't have time to look at what I did. I got to keep going because I'm going to miss something.
Mm.
Especially while God done gave me my great circle. Like, I got to.
Got to keep going.
Yeah.
Amen.
So that's what filled me.
So,
Amen.
anything y'all want to know?
I would like to know how would you describe the man that has been God giving you as a father?
I don't know. There's plenty of words to describe it. It's hard, but amazing, great.
If you had to give him a title, what would it be?
Amazing.
Okay.
Give me some characteristics.
I need a name.
Yeah.
We need some easy word. Describe him. If you had to describe what you've done in your life, what would you say?
Different aspects, like different things you see, like know of them.
What would you describe? Like what? Maybe am I asking a question like, if you had to describe how he,
If he was gone, if you were standing up there talking about his life and what his life has meant to you, because I think so often we don't get to give people their flowers when they hear, and they don't get to hear the impact. I mean, I'm sure he knows how much how much he means to you, but I think she wants to hear you say those words of the things in all the ways he's impacted your life.
impact you? Thank you.
Hard worker, protector, great provider. Really show you to keep going.
You.
Huh?
What does it mean to you?
Describing in all the different words. It's so many. You can't just say just one. Like
You was doing
anybody could just say, give me some money, be there for me. Go to he be there for 100% everything. Hard working. Don't stop. Never quit. Keep going no matter what he going through. Won't show you his down moments because he's so up trying to keep you uplifted. So you're not going to show you all the, the down parts. So you're not going to see that. Just a great man all around. Just everything. Just amazing.
If you could share, would you?
Huh?
If you could share, would you?
Yeah, I would love it. Yeah, I would share him. I would share so everybody can get the
experience
same
that you've had.
experience. So I would share it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying not to cry. Isn't that so beautiful? As somebody who did not grow up with a dad, to hear somebody be like, my dad was so amazing, I would share my dad with you, like, just so you could see what a great man looks like and feels like. That's so beautiful. And you are so blessed to have not only a amazing, beautiful mother that her prayer, like how they say, like, my mama prayers, my grandma prayers is why I'm here. Like, so to have such a strong woman in faith and just believing in you, that's a blessing. And then also to do what she needed to do as a woman to attract the type of man that her child needed and the type of father that you have, I think it's just an amazing story and you are just blessed. Just blessed. It ain't no other word for it. It's a blessing.
I want to know, my question is not that heavy. I'm going to lighten it up a little bit. A good-looking brother like you, that's got to be a sister in the picture.
No.
No, young lady. So you are.
But you elegant. How old are you?
23.
Okay.
23? He don't need nobody that's
No, just as a girlfriend or, somebody.
He probably got a few.
Well,
like, no people in his business under. He got some holes.
You got some hoes?
I don't even have a few.
Okay.
No, I don't.
A roster. You can tell the truth.
No, I don't.
You don't got to lie in front of my mom.
I'll text and keep friends, really. That's it. I don't want to play or, be dibble and dabble with multiple women. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Okay.
I see the way my dad treat my mother, so I want to be that for a woman. So I don't want to go into the multiple thing. I'd rather just work and get me together so that great woman can come in my life.
Amen. Amen.
I think that's fair when you young, at like 23.
There's not too many young, everybody my age want to have fun, want to kick it, all these women, let's go crazy, all these nice bodies and all that. My mindset, because my dad is so different, it's like, I'm seeing you this great man. I want to be the same thing for a woman, so let me go. He always say work on you for you to be able to get that. Like my mother said, you attract what you are. So if I'm not fully put together, then I'm not going to attract the woman like my mother.
Okay. Period. Period. You like, I did that. I raised that. That's right. You're going to have to be like this. All right, y'all. And another amazing Mommy and Me episode. I hope this has touched y'all and blessed y'all like it has done me. Hopefully you cried your eyes out. Maybe you're not at work. Hopefully you in somewhere where you could cry and be ugly. Maybe I was on it together. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel. You like, comment, and share. Oh, follow them. Let them know your Instagram again. And tell them you got a book too.
Yes.
Tell them your book where they can grab it.
You can find my book on Amazon. It's called, look, I don't even name the book.
You know, but it's okay. We'll edit it.
Thoughts of a Married Woman. We still have cravings too. You can find it on Amazon. You can follow me at He Love Curse with T2. And Charkia, Such a Boss.
What was the last one?
Charkia, Such a Boss.
Charkia, Such a Boss. Got it.
Yes, that's her. Those are her Instagram pages. Let them know where they can find you.
Shop Motivated for Life.
Shop Motivated for Life. Follow them, y'all. Support their brands. If you in Cleveland, pull up. They are extended family now out there in Cleveland. And
Absolutely.
We wish y'all so much like success and just continued prosperity with y'all growth and just touching people's lives. I think that y'all both have amazing stories. That's why we wanted y'all to be here. And I'm blessed. I've been touched. Look,
I'm blessed. I want to tell you thank you, though. Definitely thank you so much, Renee. You guys, I had no clue.
Yeah.
Well, just listen. That's why it pays to talk and communicate to people.
Absolutely.
Because it was our experience was amazing. We just
random.
You know, it was
In the
just,
hair
it was
salon.
great.
And I don't meet too many people that I want to say that I want to stay connected. I really do. I'm motivated. I want to motivated for life.
Oh.
I want to stay connected.
And this somebody you want to know because she a Bob the Builder. This whole building we sitting in, this her. She built every house I ever lived in growing up.
You got a partner.
Yeah.
Bob the Builder.
She is.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Barbara the Builder. Okay.
Right.
Right. So ain't no telling where that friendship could go.
Yeah.
So thank you. And I definitely thank you guys so much.
And I'm waiting on those books. She said she's got some that.
You bought us.
Yes, I got you. Oh, yes, I got you some books. Yes.
God, just let's see what's this. Okay, we got
so he got you. You want to tell what you brought for him? I think that's what that thing. I think it's Mama's. That's Mama's.
This
That's
one,
Mama's.
Mama's.
That's mine.
Yes, that's mine.
Okay. So Motivated for Life. There you go. Oh, and she just said she motivated for life.
I will have this on tomorrow. And I will definitely be wearing this tomorrow.
And I got you and I got Carlos.
The set.
The jogging
Okay.
suit.
Oh, so those are
And
y'all,
I
you
have
guys.
the hoodie for you, whereas the hoodie
This
is
is
for
Carlos set.
Brii.
Yep,
Yes,
and yours
Carlos.
is red.
Okay, boom.
And then I got you a sexy dress from He Love Curves. That's inside the bag. Don't be a snack.
Okay. This one mine.
Yes.
So cute. Love that. Let me see my dress. Is in here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's put a dress. Oh, I got some boots that. Oh, this is cute. Okay.
It's cute. Mm-hmm.
Little back action. Little back out.
Little cream, little thigh boot.
The cream.
You know, open toe.
Okay. Period. Look, a real short and bringing that to
So we really appreciate it, though. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys
so much for coming all the way down and joining us and sharing y'all's story. I hope, like I said, it is inspiration to y'all as it has been to us. Make sure y'all stay locked in with them and stay locked in with us. We're going to keep bringing
because
y'all.
we're all motivated for life.
Yep.
Better know it.
All right, y'all. Till next time. We out.
Peace out.